And for so many of us, we just kind of accepted the fact that he's clearly lying to everyone, but we don't have 100% proof. But unfortunately for Liver King, not only does he have a caveman body, but he also has a caveman mindset. So today we are not watching people get blasted by cars on motorcycles. No, today we are talking about a man who was blasted in a different kind of way. So for people who haven't watched my previous content, this is kind of a different genre. Hi. How are you? I make motorcycle content mainly now. I like motorcycles, the content gets views, so it just works out that way. But I also love going to the gym, which is kind of a recent journey for me. I started going about 2 years ago. Started with a buddy of mine inviting me out there. I went once, and I went twice, and then yeah, it stuck. I did have a back injury and a tattoo since then, so those two things kind of took the wind out of my sails a little bit. But other than that, I've been consistent, and I love it. And in that time frame, for anyone who's kind of taken this journey, you learn a lot. One of the things I learned thankfully early on was really managing expectations when getting into this. I found a few YouTubers, Derek, Greg, Daddy Noel, however you say it, and I quickly learned from them and a few other people that the fitness industry and steroids are like Tobey Maguire and Black Goo. They're just, it's the dark side of the fitness industry. It's the behind the scenes stuff that normal people looking off a short glance wouldn't really know. Eventually I just learned to go to the gym, keep going to the gym, because being consistent is like the #1 thing, and to do nothing more but to become a better and stronger version of myself. Meaning from the get-go, I wasn't really chasing a specific kind of physique. I don't know, I just wanted to be stronger, and I'm lucky for that. I think, for that mindset going into this. Because boy, there are some sharks out there who will feed you a dream and then feed their pockets with your Benjamins. So meet Liver King. I'm assuming you know who he is for the most part. If you know about me, but you don't know about him, it's like, are you living under a rock? Well, obviously not. We'll get into that. But long story short, he's a fitness influencer guy. But the thing that makes him quirky, the thing that makes him not like all the other fitness boys, is that he got these muscles by living like a Neanderthal and taking some supplements, which he provides, of course. And you also got to follow his 9 commandments. But if you do all of that, you can look like this. Now, I'm not going to insult the intelligence of the fitness community like this guy did. Anyone who's been working out for maybe a year would know or should know that this is like not a natural physique. Massive, and yet continues to get even more massive, all while staying cut year round. Turtle shell abs at the age of 45, like it doesn't add up. But to the uninitiated, he just looked like, I guess, a muscular man. And a lot of people probably just think, well, he looks strong, he works out, he's probably the hardest worker in the room. That's it though, he just works hard. Not to mention this guy has said in literally every podcast that he's done, because every podcast interviewer will ask him this question, because duh, he is 100% natural. He's 110% natural. He's so natural he hasn't even tried caffeine, let alone more powerful drugs that our ancestors would have never taken. They weren't pencil-necked scientist nerds. No, they were cave men. Just return to caveman mode. Embrace the body that we were all supposed to naturally have before soy boy modern society cut off our balls. Which is apparently this Captain America super serum infused looking Ninja Turtle ab liver munching. This is what cavemen look like. This is the peak male form. And for so many of us, we just kind of accepted the fact that he's clearly lying to everyone, just like a lot of Instagram influencers, but we don't have 100% proof. But unfortunately for Liver King, not only does he have a caveman body, but he also has a caveman mindset. And yeah, now we have proof. Derek from More Plates, More Dates made a masterpiece of a video about this. That was my phone. If you want to hear someone smarter and stronger talk about this, then there you go. There's your little escape hatch. Yeah, it's a long video, but in summary, emails were leaked. Literally identifies himself as Brian Johnson, the Liver King. You'd think he'd be like more low-key talking about PEDs, especially since his whole brand revolves around him not being on PEDs. But no, this is me. This can be nobody else but me. I'm typing this from my company email. And the emails leaked just go to show that he had not been natural. He had been in fact stacking a lot of that saucy goodness. $15K a month worth of sauce, as a matter of fact. I mean, even though there's literal blood work and a bunch of things that are very specific that would be kind of difficult to fake, it could still theoretically be faked. Well, it also turns out that Derek from More Plates, More Dates used to offer consulting back in the day. And lo and behold, sliding in his DMs or emails was the king himself. And this is long before he ever made like a social media push. Like this is pre-Liver King. Like he was still calling himself Liver King, but this was before he became Liver King. And these emails, albeit not directly from Liver King, but from a person on his team, echo enough information to validate that the leaked emails were in fact true. So Derek posted his video, and then lo and behold, a few days later, here comes Liver King himself on video confirming everything. And you see right off the bat, I hate this. He didn't choose to come out with anything. Like, he would have kept doing this had he not been caught. And yeah, so the video pretty much just confirms that, yeah, it was all true. He was on PEDs. He's still on PEDs. He was even struggling trying to get some of these PEDs to actually work for him. I saw some comments like, oh yeah, well, he's like in the 0.0001% of people that can attain this naturally. It's possible, bro. But as far as genetics go, he was like a non-responder to a lot of the stuff that he was taking. So I just thought that was funny. And yeah, so this guy is nothing special. There will be many of this guy long after we're all dead. I mean, our grandchildren will probably be dealing with like reincarnations of this guy if we haven't nuked everything by then. But the thing to take away is this: manage expectations, be patient. It's a long road. Learn to enjoy the ride instead of being so set on the destination. I mean, if you want to take steroids, I mean, go for it. Can I even say that? There are risks, obviously. You might die. And if you don't die, hair loss, acne, man boobs, crushed testosterone from being shut down, possibly. It's not fun from what I hear on Reddit. But yeah, if you want to jump on it, take the risk, get massive, good for you. But the thing that I have a problem with is telling beginners that your roided out physique is within their grasp naturally, and then telling them you have a supplement that can get them there faster. You're giving them an unattainable target from the get-go, and you're basically setting them up for failure right off the bat. It's not a good foundation to start training on, honestly. People will lie, people will try to steal from you, and you gotta be careful. If you haven't started that journey yet, or you're thinking about doing it, best way I've been able to discern a good fitness influencer from a bad one is that they don't teach some weird, convoluted, proprietary way to get in shape. If they do, that's just a massive red flag right off the bat. A lot of the good guys I found will just really reinforce the basics. Sticking to the basics, the tried and trues, compound movements, good form, be consistent, get enough sleep, get enough protein, watch your calories. Are you cutting? Are you bulking? Are you maintaining? Hit every muscle group like twice a week. You can get really far with all of that just by itself. And if these people you watch are just super massive and they're honest about their PED usage, it shows that they realize what they say can change lives and they care enough about their audience to be honest. That's a good thing. So yeah, in summary, be careful. I mean, just because a Hulk-like body isn't naturally attainable doesn't mean you should give up or not even bother trying to become stronger. There's still a ton of ground that you can cover naturally, and you can feel and look a lot better than you currently do, unless you're at your genetic limit. But I don't think anyone watching this video is at their genetic limit just yet, so have fun. Enjoy the ride.